Hey everybody, it's Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. Happy Monday to you. I actually had a coworker, a friend, whose daughter was looking for an internship, and I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have an internship for you." And then I started thinking about it, and I thought, you know what I could do is I could hire interns for my comic publishing company, Sweet Comics, because you could. I don't know. Why not? Free labor, right? That's how it works. Anyway, so I got thinking about it and I decided to go into glassdoor.com and I want to look at what people say who have worked for Marvel. Sounds interesting to me. And actually, there's quite a bit of interesting stuff here. Marvel suffers from, I think, a problem of having grown too big for its britches. And so there's a lot of dead weight at times and it comes and goes. That's my analogy, but let's get into this. I've never worked at Marvel, so let's see what employees have to say. First, though, this video is sponsored by Downcast 3, submerged live on Indiegogo right now. Check it out. It's in the link in the description below. We've hit $36,000. Thank you very much, everybody. 11 days left. There's no more extending after this. It's 11 days left, so if you haven't backed it, get in there now. And if we hit 40K, I'm gonna add Stand E to this collector's bundle. So get in there. All right. Here you go. Here's a great explanation of working at Marvel. 3 stars, because that's as middle of the road as you can get, right? There are clearly people that have ranked it much higher and ranked it much lower. But this 3-star one, I think, underlines what it is. Amazing and terrible at the same time. Like an occasionally abusive sugar daddy. Oh, bye. So pros for working at Marvel. Some of the shared spaces and majority of senior officers are really nice. Some places are really nice. Security is a top priority because they don't want anyone getting in there stealing comics. It's like Charlie Snogan told me one time about how he just walked right into Marvel to hand Joe Quesada his some pages. They didn't realize that security should have kept him out, but he got in. All right, next is you get to work with a really cool brand. Okay. There's a system for everything. Movie premieres, occasional swag. People are nice. Disney discount. Cons. Holy cow. Having to struggle to find parking. There just isn't enough. Okay. All right, unless you're a VP. If you're a VP, life is good. Most of the offices I was assigned to were terrible. The last one was clearly previously designed as a temporary storage. It was musty, dark, and hidden. Little effort was put into making it feel welcome. I've see. Okay. Security is top priority. This is a con. You have a ton of checkpoints to go through. It's not easy to go in and out, which can be very annoying. Also, sorry to family and friends you can't visit. Next is there is a system for everything, but once a process is established, it's hard to revise. Knowing too much and not being able to be able to have participate in fan theories with friends, so you can't say anything. Departments are very compartmentalized, and it's very clear which are favored and which are not. Interesting. I would like to know which departments are favored and which are not. Most companies, it's always the sales guys. Is that your experience, everyone? The sales team is favored always, and they know it. In other companies, I don't know. It's got to be the writers then, right? Is that what it is? The creative teams, or even they second to the salespeople? Some people are just fake nice. Okay, I could see that. There's a lot of that in comics. Minimal room for growth. Cheap, no joke. Instead of ordering badly needed new office chairs, we were mailed used ones from New York. Advice to management. This is very specific, guys. Listen to this. Listen. If you know you're eventually going to want to or have to lay off a whole team of people, don't drag your feet for months and leave them directionless and out in the cold, or worse, onboard them, make them think they're staying, and then pull the rug out from under. That's very specific. Sounds like that may have happened. Mediocre effort. So this is next one. This is a 2-star review. Mediocre effort, highly valued. The pros are superheroes, free Keurig coffee, and then what's this? Wi-Fi? WFH currently? Oh, work for hire currently? I don't know. Cons, workplace politics. Oh boy. Management is all outside hires. HR is lip service, zero action. In all caps, advice to management: hire from within, for goodness sakes. Rapid turnover rate of VP slash management should tell you something's wrong. The only people who stay are staying because they're too lazy to find a different job. It's a workplace of largely mediocre workers, absolutely infuriating for everyone who tries. You can't move up. And that's because, I mean, this is a problem a lot of places. They want to hire that perfect person. They're chasing a white whale of a manager. And because they know you, if you already work for the company, they know you. They're not going to promote you. It's not like the devil situation. They're still hoping for that perfect outside hire person. Here's someone that had a good time. They said great job. Whenever someone's happy, they don't have anything to say. Experience, connections, pay. The cons were hours, work life balance, and the commute. Okay, company, I got lucky with a great team. Pros: good benefits. You get free Disney park entrance. Discount parks. What is it, free or is it a discount? Free entry to Disney parks, discounts at parks, maybe in. They don't pay very well. Oh, okay. Not for me. Fun work environment and people, terrible pay, and low growth in the company. Current employee: the traffic sucks. That's all they're going to say. Tough but fun. Exciting shows, dynamic IP. Learned a lot about 1 hour scripted drama, high level production. Leadership was tough, and middle management and associates were amazing. Cons: long hours, bad pay, no vertical movement. All of the important things. Seems like there's a level of, the fun parts of working there don't have anything to do with working there. They have everything to do with the prestige and the perks. The Disney discounts. That's what it seems like. Let's see. Let's find a good one here. Great place, but a lot of politics in IT department to navigate. Management turns a blind eye. I kind of forget they must have a substantial IT department. Pros: most are great team players and will help with anything. Get to attend movie screenings before a movie is in theater. Internal sales to employees for Marvel products, so you can get, again, those kinds of perks, prestige perks. Cons: person in IT targets people what that they just do not like and bullies them by undermining the work, throwing up roadblocks, causing morale in all IT to be horrendous. Complaints to top management. I gotta find out about this IT team. Let's see. Complaints to top management falls on deaf ears. Person has the full support of management to continue mistreating everyone they do not like. Someone with an axe to grind. Multiple good employees have left because they could not take it. Others have been let go because they refused to allow themselves to be mistreated and made complaints. Advice to management: get rid of the bully. Oh my gosh. Somebody's running rampant in Marvel IT. Even if you believe they are the best employee, it causes business to degrade, slow down, and the loss of great employees that would rather leave than continue to be targeted. Just because the bully gets the job done does not mean it's good for business, and the bad behavior should never be overlooked. Other employees still at the company in IT are now silent because they watched other employees complain to management who didn't help them and stop the bully. The bully is getting rid of people so they can select only who they want in their group that will bow down to them. Wake up and see the effects it's having on your entire department. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. This is that's big. Marvel has an IT guy problem. When was this written? 2019? Is this crazy IT guy there? Crazy IT guy, are you watching? I want to know who you are. Poor management, but great coworkers. Marvel Animation. So this is a different section of the company. Let's see, low pay. Okay, well, same things we've seen. Great people, good stepping stone. I love when people are specific in here. That's what I want to read. Great people, but sometimes hectic and demanding work life. All right. Not much there. Dream job, tough reality. This is a sentiment I've heard quite often too, and that is it could partially be that people are building it up in their minds as to what it is to work at Marvel, and then the second half of that is the reality is it's just a business, and apparently one that has many management issues, some management issues that you've seen other places, perhaps not a lot of growth. Have you heard that before? Awesome if you love comics. Cons, no career development, no direction from executives. Sounds like it's just like a Lord of the Flies situation. Let's see, welcoming team. Friendly coworkers, a lot of networking opportunities. Pay a little on the lower side, growth limited. Okay. Terrible. Here's a 1-star review. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad work environment. Pros, working for a powerhouse brand with unbeatable intellectual property. Get to go to Disney parks for free and get discounts while you're there. The best thing that they ever did for their employees was these Disney discounts. That's the only thing people have good to say. I mean, a couple other things, but this is the one truth throughout. All right, cons. Look at that wall of text. It's hard to explain just how awful it is working there compared to what it could be. And I say this without anger or resentment. Just want to let potential employees know that they're getting what they're getting themselves into. I'd encourage you to reach out to some of your past employees on LinkedIn and ask some questions before accepting a job there. On to the review. With the studio side, there's a very clear line between studios and Marvel Entertainment. Pumping out blockbusters the entertainment side has licensing deals thrown into its lap day in and day out, yet still feels like the company is living in the 90s and fighting off bankruptcy. The office morale is non-existent, which is really sad because there are so many people there who really love the brand. You'll constantly hear employees say things like, "Oh, it's just the Marvel way." Oh, isn't that sad? I'm going to pause there for a minute. That is terrible when they're using that "it's the Marvel way" to explain how crap it is to work there. My goodness. Which really means that nothing as far as how employees are treated. Office cleanliness or things that happen every day in the office, no matter how awful, are ever expected. Upward mobility doesn't exist. We've heard that a million times. If you are a current employee, please do yourself a favor and interview just to see what you're worth. Don't believe them that what you're making is industry standard. It's an extremely flat structure with highly underpaid junior employees and untouchable management that will have been there forever and are a total boys club. So I could see that. This is the, again, top of the ladder guys that, I mean, you know who they are. But they're the same guys that are going to really go out of their way to show how inclusive they are because they actually want that. They're worried that's the one thing that could take them out. So they're gonna stick with it, I guess. I'm going to continue here. If you're not part of the core crew, you will be let go eventually. Then somebody needs to be blamed for whatever business business unit isn't performing up to par. So you're expendable essentially, unless you're in the core club of, I'm guessing, 3 or 4 people, just from the top of my head, 3 or 4 people. Advice to management: pay employees what they're worth, treat them like adults, be a leader, let people know what's expected, and be more transparent. Get over it. The studio's business is no longer yours. Just be happy that it's helped you sell more licensing deals and brought the brand to bigger levels than you could ever have imagined. To Disney, please come in and take a close look. I think you'd be embarrassed to call Marvel a Disney brand. Interesting. Yeah, so it does seem, like I said at the top of this video, it seems a lot like Marvel has grown in really strange ways, almost like a mutation, growth. They still have this core group of employees that remember the good old days, and they're still treating it like it is the good old days. At the same time, basically, they have become a parasite. I don't know. They've become they're taken over by Disney. I mean, Disney only needs them for a few things, so it's essentially gutted them for the IP, and you're left with this husk that used to run and function like a full complete company, but it just doesn't anymore. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This could be worth doing another video on. If you guys like it, let me know in the comments below. Would you want to work for Marvel? Am I missing something? Or have you seen other horror stories from working in comics? I'm interested to know. Don't forget to check out Downcast 3 Submerged on Indiegogo. And I'll see you in the next video.